You know, to be honest, sometimes as an operator, you take it for granted, that when you are out in the field, somebody at home is also not sleeping, The cases that we take, as I said earlier, we usually want to remove those who give serious burden in this community. You have somebody that has a legal firearm, somebody that is doing robberies and that's us. That's where you find us. We are an intervention that comes through when you feel that nothing is working. We usually are called on your serious and violent cases. Me joining IOPS was to say, nami ngicela ukubalwa kulabantu abathi no to crime. Joining IOPS because of we are saying we can't just sit by the sidewalk and watch umphakathi wethu umosheka kanjalo nje. And then one took initiative to say, I'll be part and parcel of this. And remember also, I was in the space, say law enforcement. So we said, no, let's then take that initiative of joining IOPS. Look, initially the concept was Ikasi. But then you find out what you get operations where you invited a GP, to come and operate a GP. You get invited to operate Florida. So as much as it's calling a scope is none, we have grown to a way that we never even imagined, But then coming back to issue yaseKasi, sikhula ngama-fraud money aphuma elokishini ekuseni abuye ntambama acwebezela phethe into ezimnandi sazi babuya ukushaya around eJozi and then iKasi peaceful uzokutshela ukuthi la iKasi akugangwa. But guess what, that has changed. Now you can go to ama-stats waseKasi, house evasions, street muggings, business robberies, your daily food now, uvuka ngazo ulala ngazo. So crime is that rife whereby when you wake up, you go to the toilet, you lock your butler. When you come back from your toilet, so we live in a prison outside a prison now, a lockshit, and that's now a reality that we're facing. So you find out what Ijozi it no longer the center of a crime. Come to townships. We come across everything, car hijacking, street robberies, rape cases, going to seize my illegal firearms, dangerous weapons, coming across somebody who says I'm being abused, by my partner. Because of, remember, since also our contacts are out there, now people will call you with everything and anything. So yeah, that's how hectic it is. Going out and not coming back home. That's one risk that you face every day when you wear this badge and you go out, because of, remember, terrain is a very unfriendly terrain, You hit your lokuzan, ama flats where there's kingpins, drugs. You go in hostels, and where you go, we know that then the people that we are about to meet, one, they might be in possessions of illegal firearm, and for them to save themselves is for them to shoot. So the one of the biggest risk is going out there and coming back home with a wound, and that's lucky. But the worst is that coming home, you are no more. That's the biggest risk. And it goes hand in glove with the challenges that we face out there. The challenges that we face, one of the few challenges is that as much as our community umphakathi wethu comes to the ball, but abazi as much as we would love them to, in terms of information sharing. The reality is that most abantu abasimoshelayo, they're our neighbors, they're our friends, they live within our space. And sometimes we shy away to give out that information. And that's one of the challenge whereby we get half-baked information sometimes that if ever we received the full information would have led us quicker to a success. Now it will take time now to arrive to a success. And in that duration, there's issues of resources again. But then that's one of the biggest challenges. If we can get people that comes to the ball fully, and we, as I said, they are community members which that plays their role, but we have those half-baked information, and that becomes a challenge. I think you would swear that wonke member wethu IOPS, they were handpicked, because of Tina, there's no area esingangeni kuyo. If ever there's crime, we are there to stop it. We're just provoking memories now. There's many. I'll tap also to the one that is recent, and it becomes memorable to me because of that is one op that I went to and I came out with an injury. Even though it was a minor injury, but I came out with an injury where we were invited by the MEC Yalai Gauteng, MEC Faith, with other law enforcement. There we were with Gauteng Traffic, we were with the wardens, we were with patrollers with CPF, Sevangena to be precise, and other security companies. And we were tasked to go and deal with an area that is called Sloboville in El Dorado Park. When we got there, it was load shedding. So it was at night, it was load shedding, and there's a very problematic area. So hitting the ground, running there, relying on your partner and a torch, and making sure that you come out there, you try and come out with successes, that was very, very memorable to say. For the day, everybody that says no to crime, we came together, and we hit the ground running. We once called, we were attending a meeting, and then we got a call that there's some boys, they're hiding in some room, and they have firearms. We went there, there was a success. We found them sleeping. We got the firearm, and Tsepisong, and the satisfaction of knowing that you have removed one firearm from the community. It's ngathi Christmas ngili casted nejeli, but that's memories that we have. But if I can go, we'll just end up talking only about memories, but they are good memories. To be honest, sometimes as an operator, you take it for granted, that when you are out in the field, somebody at home is also not sleeping, they're forever checking you over the phone. All right, also safe, and sometimes while you are on and off, your phone is there. You're not even looking at it, because of, remember, that 1 second of losing focus can make sure you can take your life or the person who's next to you's life. So you make sure that such things you put aside. And you sometimes forget, and when you get home, uthola umuntu asahleli athi bakakumele ukuthi uyabuya or awubuyi now. So it's something that it's not, you not do it overnight, where you take your family through ukuthi lalela. What do you do? There are safety precautions that we take, we don't just jump into certain things blindly, so that they become at ease and they sleep when you are not at home, even though it will not be easy. But that is one thing. Now recently when I got home, I've been calling you 6 times with Hawaii, but I was on the field, I could not answer the phone. Ati bengishawa uvalo. Now, you see, me now, I'm there operating, somebody else ushawa uvalo ukuthi maybe something has happened to me. And that's what we face when we go out all the time. Hence I'm saying it is not easy, and it sometimes when you are alone you say, but then as much as I fight crime like this, and as much as we consider that we are chosen to do what we are doing, but why us? Why us? Because of as much as we make somebody else sleeps better, somebody else there is worried. It's not easy, but we learn to balance. And one of the few things that you do to learn this, you make sure that you equip your family with the safety tips. Because of, remember, somebody can still break in. So you must always balance that, so you equip them with certain safety tips to say, when this ends, you do this, when this ends, you do this, I'm at drill centering, how do you move when there's something? So you equip the family so that they feel part and parcel of what you do. You speak about the Tata Zonke, you speak about the Talibans, Yizo. We are family, not even friends, because of if ever there is Imotejonji where is rent, and Tata Zonke will call us and say, hey, IOPS, there's a car that coming to Soweto, and we are chasing the car. Can you give us backup? So we are a family, and that's the only way that you can fight crime. So all these other agencies, your Tsenolo, PI in Tswane, we are in the same basket. Yes, we are a team, all of us. Look, the future of armed response and private securities, that future is now. Asaikulumeli ekteni or kusasa, it's now, because of the lack of capacity in your subs and all of that. Now the community goes an extra mile to depend on private security and armed response, so that they were able to act up promptly and quick. So the future is here. The only thing that needs to happen is that even our government should now strongly, with fast pace, start integrating all those private securities and armed response to the new policing strategy, so that then the policing becomes easy, and we have then grown our links with other agencies that in the state agencies. So if ever that can happen, to minimize crime here too, it will happen better. The cases that we take, as I said earlier, we usually want to remove those who give serious burden in this community. You have somebody that has a legal firearm, somebody that is doing robberies and that's us. That's where you find us. Hence I said, you have a kidnapping, we are there, you have somebody who's abusing an elder, we are there. But more than anything, because of we are an intervention that comes through when you feel that nothing is working. We usually are called on your serious and violent cases, high risk cases. That's where you would find us most of the time. Remember when we grew up, we watched a Men in Black. And that movie, those guys go against creatures that you can't understand those creatures, but they go and find them. So this is the Men in Black that goes against all these creatures, because of criminals are just creatures that you cannot understand. We have also an email. Our email is E for Echo. eoperations3 as a number @gmail.com. That's our email. And we also have a WhatsApp group. Our WhatsApp number is 073 817 3170. Those are the numbers that you can call or send a WhatsApp. You'll find us there. And and it's very important also to say when people must know when they give us a case, we have teams that will look at the uncertainty of the case, how real is it, how tangible it is. Because of, remember, if ever you send somebody out, there are cost implications. So we need to make sure that the information that we get is the information that we can be able to execute and opt on. Remember, in our cases, you need to have then gone through the proper legal channels. You must have reported it. Remember, as we said, we are not here to compete with any law enforcement. Our role here is to give backup and give support. Now, we are saying, we understand that in the areas, sometimes there might be a shortage of manpower, and there might be a shortage of vehicles. Now, when you come and say, here's the case number, and this person, I'm told this person who sent awareness, so, or this and this is, we then take the case number, we call the IO of the case, we say, we have information on your case, we are going to attend, are you available? Please come through, let's go and help you with this matter. So it is very important for people to report cases, particularly also when you come and talk to us, so that we know that you have reported it, and then it's registered. So you are not making up stories. I think more than anything is to say to our communities, the time is now. The time for us to depend on the next person is a thing of the past. Let's learn to make sure that we participate within our community structures. You know, in each and every community, you should have a street committee. You should have a block committee. You know, you should have people that are participating in structures like your CPF. You know, because at the end of the day, that's where then you get information. You know, you talk to somebody and say, you know, in the past 2 months in this area, we have 13 people that have been murdered. And someone say, what? Here, never. Because of people play ignorant. They don't get information. Now, once you become part and parcel of all those structures in your community, then you are able to be updated with information, and you know that at the end of the day, what is happening around you and what you can tap into, what you cannot tap into. Then that on its own, it's key. It is very important for our community to participate within their communities that they're living in. One last thing it was for me to say, as much as we started as an NPO and we moved in the sphere of security, we then went and recruited former members of SAPS, military, your JMPD members that are part and parcel of us. Some of them, we are fortunate to have some of them who were instructors in tactical warfares, you know, so they give the members of the training. You know, we have scheduled trainings, you know, in the range. We have scheduled trainings on how to, when there's a house, how to enter a house, how to breach a house, and all of that. We now have that type of structures inside us as IOPS. But also on the security side, it is very imperative for people to also know that the primary thing that also strive in the security part is that we want to make sure that we then raise capital so that all the non-profit jobs that we do, people are not charged for them. You know, remember, we are from Ekasi, and siyazi ukuthi umntana esekasi makidnapiwe ngeke ufune umzali akhiphe leyo 50,000 for example ngoba ayikho. But then now we're saying to people out there, the IOP security part is there to deliver a service. But for us to deliver, when we deliver that service, we're making sure that we're raising funds to also fund the non-profit part of our structure so that we continue giving to the community. So since our numbers are out there, don't be shy to call us and say, Bafethu, nasi span. If the community is interested in donating, the contacts that we've given, you call the contacts, you send an email, somebody will respond to you, and then we set up an appointment. Then we take you through who we are and what we do and what we have done. And the nice thing about it is that when we speak about donation, we're not only talking about money value only, but also resources. They are still welcomed. If ever there's a company that says, no, we can give you 2 buckets, why not? We can give you this, why not? We are welcoming any type of donations. That will make sure that the NPO side forever strives in giving the service in the community.